Hey everyone, I just want to take a moment and share with our vision builders some of the vision that God has given Pastor Joanne and I for 2023. And let me just begin by saying thank you to all our amazing vision builders. Our vision builders we refer to as the entrepreneurial arm of Creative.Church. And because of their generosity and their gift of generosity, we're able to reach out and grab things and bring them into reality, reach into the future and bring them into reality here at Creative.Church. So what would normally take us 20 years, we can do it in 10. What would normally take us 10 years, we could do in 5 because of our vision builders. And so thank you so much, all of you who make the pledge, give your best, and then fulfill those pledges over the course of that year. Same with Joanne and myself. And we love you. We couldn't do this without you. And Pastor Joanne and I just want you to know how much we love you on behalf of our staff, our board, all of our leaders, and most importantly, all of those who call Creative.Church home. Now, I'm really excited to bring some great news and some exciting news, but also some challenging opportunities ahead for us. And that is with our Ultrasound Bus. And we had the opportunity to bring this to our church less than a year ago and present the vision. We've been raising funds for this. We started raising our first funds for it 9 months ago, pretty much. And I'm proud to say we have raised enough to purchase our bus, purchase this ultrasound bus. Now, that's amazing news. I mean, to be able to do that in 9 months, if I asked any of you to get a food truck going that gave away soup or something to our homeless community here in the Twin Cities, and you were doing that in 9 months, I'd be like, that's impressive. Wow. Well, this is way more complicated than that. We're not dealing with soup or giving out cookies or sandwiches. We're talking about medical procedures and life and death moments, life and death conversations, life and death realities. And so this is something we take very seriously. It's not a game. It's not something we're just slapping together and throwing it out. This is a big ministry project, and lives are literally hanging in the balance. And so we've accomplished our first step in order to move forward in the ultrasound ministry. And this is the only people group that we currently provide no ministry to, which is the unborn. So we want to fire this up. And so we've attained our first step, which is raising enough funds for the bus. Now, we could go buy a bus and have it sit in the parking lot right now, but that's not what we want. We want a functional ministry. And what it looks like more and more is that God is opening the opportunities for us to actually create creative health. And creative health would be its own entity. So obviously there's going to be some legal fees involved with it. And there's some bigger, things that we're able to do with it, as women come in to be able to do STD testing and other types of testing for women. We're going to need to have a full-time nurse. That's about $80,000-$90,000 a year. We're going to need to have a full-time staff member here just at Creative.Church focused on this project. We're also going to need to hire a medical director that can review the tests and review the scans. This is a big project. You're dealing with medical. And so we're dealing with professional skill sets and people that we've got to hire. We also have to, make sure we find the right place to house this bus and ministry in an indoor, climate-controlled place where the equipment will be safe and the rig itself will be safe, along with all of the setup cost and maintenance and supplies and insurance and fuel and all those kind of things that lead to making this ministry really what it is. And those are things that we're hoping to move forward with this second phase. So we've acquired the bus. This is great. We've acquired enough money for the bus, and we're going to wait until we have these things in place and then purchase the bus, remodel the bus, our ultrasound machine. That's anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 depending on how old it is. We're 2D, 3D, 4D. These are all additional things that we're purchasing to make this ministry what it is. And I just want to let you know we've made massive progress in just 9 months. 9 months to be able to have enough money to purchase a bus that's well over 6 figures is an amazing accomplishment. And I want to say thank you to our vision builders. To God be the glory. And in 19 years of pastoring this church, I have never had one thing that I said we were going to do that we never did. And I don't intend on starting now. Every single thing that God's ever told us to do, we have accomplished it, or we're in the process of accomplishing it. And I cannot wait to send out the first text to all our vision builders one day saying we saved our first baby. And so we're asking you to continue to pray that God will reveal to us the right people to connect with, partner with, hire, as we move into now getting the ultrasounds, the staffing, the insurance, all of the logistics around making this ministry functional, and not just functional, but successful. We don't want to just do it, we want to do it well. And I'm thankful for everything that you've done to help it get this far. And by God's grace, we're going to go all the way. I want to ask you to do exactly what Joanne and I are doing, is that we're going to make a pledge. And on December 11th, that Sunday, we're going to do our best to fulfill that pledge in our offering, our Vision Builder offering, once a year. And then the next 12 months, we're going to believe God to help us fulfill anything we couldn't fulfill on the 11th. You know, if we do the difficult, God has always done the impossible. And I'm now going to ask you to do what I've asked every vision builder to do over the last decade, and that's simply to pray. I'm not here to guilt anybody, manipulate anybody. It's my opportunity to share the vision, but it's your opportunity to decide the pace at which that vision becomes a reality. And I'm asking you to go to God and simply ask Jesus what he would have you to do. And as a pastor, I'm going to encourage you, always do whatever Jesus tells you to do. And like I said earlier, if we do the difficult, if we all just do what Jesus tells us to do, if we all stretch a bit, if we all just press in faith, God will do the impossible. We love you all. Our hearts and prayers are with you.